Hello, my name is Kleinen, and today we're doing another video on some new Bendy merch. It's not made by Funko. I was about to say another Funko video, but it's not. Hold on, you kind of got spoiled back there. But today we're reviewing two of the new Bendy plushies that just came out, which are the Heavenly Toys editions of Bendy and Boris. These both look really cool. I already have the normal Bendy and Boris. I just need both versions of Alice, and then I'll be done. I just never really have gotten Alice. But, yeah, this tag's really cool, too. Heavenly Toys. That's really cool. So, the other ones made it look like... They were made to look like they were, from the, like, during the time frame it was made. Like, okay, for example, like, while the Bendy show was still running... Those were made to look like... Okay, I'm just going to grab them, because they keep pointing over to my shelf, but you guys can't see them. These ones were made to kind of look like they were pulled out of the show. Like, they were made originally to probably look like they are in the show. And, these plushies look about the exact same, but they're the Heavenly Toys editions. The Heavenly Toys of Boris' eyes are a lot closer than normal Boris's are. But there are a few additions. For some reason, the Bendy, I feel, has improved a lot, and for some reason, Bendy's eyes are looking two different ways, while this Bendy's eyes are both looking the same way. I don't know why that's the case, but, we'll do Bendy first. I'm gonna keep that tag, it's really cool. Alright, so here's Bendy. He looks really cool, he's got the yellowish tint to him. I'm gonna keep this on, because I have nowhere else to put them, so I hang them on my, I don't know what this is called. I forgot what it's called. It's like a, something that starts with a B. I forgot what it's called. But, yeah, here's the Bendy. He looks really cool. He's got his stitch going along his eye. He's also got a stitch on his bow tie. There's not the stitches anywhere else. He's just got the yellowish tint to him. He's got the marks on his gloves, just like the normal Bendy does. This Bendy, the way they made his neck was a lot better. Because this one, if you look at him from, like, a certain angle, he looks really weird. If you look at him head-on, he looks fine. Maybe mine's just a little bit deformed. I think my Bendy plush might just be a little bit deformed. But, yeah, the Heavenly Toys version of the Bendy plush looks really cool, really good. I just love the way they made these ones. They're so cool. Also, his feet, they have beans in the bottom to help them, like, sit. But neither of mine want to sit. They all want to fall backwards. So, yeah. I mean, the normal Bendy and Boris were made to sit, so mine like sitting. I mean, Boris doesn't, but Bendy does. My normal Boris doesn't like to sit, but he's up against a wall and a shelf anyway. Alright, now, I don't know I don't know how long this video is going to be, but just in case, I'm going to review both of them really quick anyway. And then if I have time, we'll go more into depth about him. Oh my gosh, really? I'll be right back. Sorry about that. My, the part that holds his tag on, stayed in him. One thing that's a little bit weird about this one is that it looks like his, arms are almost coming out of his neck. If you look at him a certain way, like if you look at him like that, it looks like his arms are coming out of his neck, which looks a little weird. But, yeah, there's quite a few differences between the two Borises, honestly. The head shape is different. This one's built a little bit more skinny with the wider ones, while this one's kind of just built with slightly wider on the side. The eyes are definitely a lot closer together than the normal Borises are. Once again, the yellowish tint, and this Boris has a lot more detail on his buttons than this Boris does. This Boris has a stitch along his, he has a stitch along his chest, and he has an outline for his pocket. This Boris doesn't. This Boris both of them have the patches on the knees, except this one isn't outlined. It just looks like random lines. Neither of them have marks on their gloves. I did not know, never mind. I was about to say I didn't know Boris had mittens, but so does Bendy. It's just kind of the stylization, I guess. But, yeah. I honestly prefer this Boris more than this one. Sorry, original Boris. Sorry, Floopy Snoot. But, I just like this one better just because it looks more accurate to the game. He's a little bit kind of thick. I'll go with that. Extra thick. if you look at him from the side, he's a little bit bigger than he probably should be. So is Bendy. Bendy's a little bit thick. So, yeah. So, yeah, sorry. I had to pause the video for something. But as I was saying, both these plushies are really cool. I just wish they were a little bit skinnier, like, these plushies were. I mean, the Bendy isn't that skinny, but Boris, like, this is a good width for a plushie. Because these ones are a little too big, especially Boris. Just kind of, he's a little too big. Kind of like maybe the same width as the normal Boris would have been good. Boris doesn't want to sit either. He doesn't want to sit either. Both the Heavenly Toys plush, both of mine at least, don't want to stay. They just want to fall backwards. So, yeah. I think out of Bendy and Boris, I like Bendy better. Just, like, because Bendy is really cool, in my opinion. Well, my favorite character is the Projectionist, but they haven't made they have made a pop figure. I reviewed that yesterday. Over here, talking about it. I reviewed the pop figure of the Projectionist yesterday. So, yeah. They have made a plush of the Projectionist or Sammy. They did make an Ink Bendy plush. I was about to say they didn't, but they did make an Ink Bendy plush, and I really want it, because it looks really cool, and I really want the Ink Bendy plush. They also made the jumbo version of the plushies, which are about 18 inches. I don't know how tall that is. I think it's about, just to put it into scale for you guys. Here it is. Here's an 18-inch plush I have. So, the 18-inch plushies, this is an 18-inch plush I have. It has nothing to do with anything about this video or anything. I just know it's 18 inches. So, this is about how tall the Jumbo Bendy would be. That's about how big the Jumbo Bendy would be. And then they also made the Butcher Gang plushies. I'm not sure if I want them, though. Their designs are slightly wonky. Just a little, in my opinion. Their designs are a little wonky. Especially the Fisher, how big his mouth is. I don't know where I'd put the Butcher Gang members. I'd find somewhere. But by now, my room is just so chock full of collectibles. I don't know where to put anything anymore. So, yeah, I have to go somewhere, sadly. So I'm not gonna be uploading over the weekend. I have to get that out there now. I'm not gonna be uploading over the weekend. There's an important thing. So yeah, I just want to make this video 10 minutes, because most of the time I don't get to, and, well, most of the time I do, but when I have to go somewhere, then sometimes I don't get to, and then, yeah, and then it's just the point. But I'm just gonna put my shoes on while I'm doing this, because I have to go somewhere. But while I'm talking, I'm just gonna put my shoes on so that I can kill two birds with one stone while making a video. But yeah, both those plays are really cool. But something I want Funko to make. I've already said this, but I really want Funko to make, for somebody who works at Funko, if you're watching this, please make the Funkos of Bendy. That would be so cool. Just, crap, my battery's low now too. And why can I not get my shoe on? Just like, you know the cereal that I reviewed, about, no, I reviewed the Projectionist today. The Funkos I reviewed yesterday. But please make one of Bendy. And like a yellow edition of Bendy as the exclusive, little pop tiny one in there. I'm getting my shoes on. I know. Okay? Oh, jeez. Sorry, my mom's all bugging me because I have to go somewhere. But I'm like, because they don't have any yellow editions of the Bendy ones. They're all black and white. So I think, like, in a Bendy cereal for the Funkos, they could put a yellow edition of Bendy as, like, the tiny little one. I believe they're only about 1 inch tall. 1.5 inch, maybe 2 inches. I know! Everyone's getting mad at me, but I can't get my shoe on any faster. Sorry for the end of this video just being trashy. Well, now my shoe won't get on. Why? The longer you... Sorry, I have like 15 seconds until I end the video anyway.
Let's go now.